Now the recording is in progress. First of all, I want to welcome everyone. My name is Arun. I am right now I'm speaking from the US in the Central Time Zone. So good night to those who are in US or elsewhere. Good morning to those who are in India. So why have we gathered here today? Let me clarify that first. So when we send out the invites, the so all the groups, whether they're SQL, Python, data engineering, data science, everything comes under the flag of centers of excellence. So under the center of excellence umbrella, there are multiple groups. Even the global career services, everything is under one big body called as centers of excellence. We have a tradition that whenever somebody has a good news or a good story, or they get selected in a new job, or they're switching from one role to another, and they have something happy to share about, something that can motivate other people who are aspirants or who want to become like them, that will motivate those people. And also they get a chance to understand who this success story is about. So in today's case, the success story is about Anirudh. So what we typically do is when we start the session, we have a basic introduction. That's our format. For those of you who may not have attended before, our format is we introduce the person or the person introduces himself, and then in a free flow format. This is because this session is not like an interview, right? This session goes in a free flow format where we talk about uh, after the introduction, we say, so can you tell us something in your case, whether you switched from one role to another, or how you transition into a database developer role, SQL developer role, or whatever role that they might be in? How did you make that transition? What are the resources that helped you? Um, how many rounds of interviews are typically done by the kind of companies you applied for, right? And are there any resources uh, you used which are special? Did you have more questions on X area or Y area? So whatever comes to our mind. So usually what happens is before the seminar, I collect a list of some questions which I ask the guest, in this case Anirudh, and then we move on to I open the floor to the audience, and audience can ask their own questions, whatever comes to their mind, whatever they want to learn from Anirudh, from his experience. He may have certain tips to share with us as well. So he might say, "Hey, Naukri works, or LinkedIn works, or maybe something else works. Maybe some YouTube channel works. Maybe because has studied under Vishal, I will also ask him how was his experience about the course." So those kind of things are asked. So before we start, does everybody understand this clearly? Yes or no?
Yes.
Fantastic. So now that we have clarified the expectations of what to expect, um, let us get started. So again, very welcome, very warm welcome from the COE to Anirudh. Anirudh, you're here.
Yes, sir.
So Anirudh, why don't we start with, tell us about a little bit about yourself. I mean, your background, your education, and then how many years of experience do you have, and what was the motivation for if you have changed your job or you're moved to a new company? Tell us a little bit about it. It's a free flow thing.
Sure thing, Arun. So first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Okay, and welcome all. And about myself, after completion of my BTech, I got opportunity to work for different good big organizations. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them are like Capgemini, Microsoft, IHS Market, IQVIA, Capgemini, as mentioned, and the latest right now I'm working for Gartner.
Fantastic. It's a wonderful organization, both Gartner and its competitor Forrester and other things. It's a beautiful organization. So thank you for sharing the initial stuff. So so have you just joined Gartner, or how long back did you join Gartner?
Yeah. So Gartner joined, it's now been 6 months. Okay.
Got you. Got you. So I believe you were a part of, I think, B28 batch of Vishal.
B27.
27. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, having discussed your background, when we talk to people, many people are very happy. We congratulate you on your success, but we also want to learn from you. We want to learn about your experiences. So, for that purpose, let me ask you, uh, since we took the name Vishal, please talk to us about a little bit about how did his course help you. What were some of the good points you experienced during the course? How was your experience with the delivery of the course and things like that? Whatever you want to say, good or bad.
Yeah, sure. So before proceeding on speaking about the Vishal class, okay, I just want to take some time on providing details about how this Vishal part came into picture and what I was doing prior to that. Okay,
Sure, sure,
so
sure. This will be very nice because a lot of people tell us, they looked at X resource or Y resource and then they accidentally found Vishal. So whatever you want to say, you're most welcome.
yes, sure. So my case was also the same. Like I was basically I'm very active on LinkedIn. Okay, so I keep going through posts and other stuffs on LinkedIn. Okay, so there I when from the last organization I like took some time for getting into new organization. Okay, but my main aim was to get into a proper profile. Okay, because in today's market I cannot sustain with limited knowledge, and if I'm getting into a comfort zone, etc. So these were all I wanted, that I want to get into something for which I can, keep on adding skill set and will grow into a better professional. But the problem was I was not having a proper mentor. Okay. And wherever I was discussing, like with my manager, etc., you cannot discuss with your career goals, etc., with your manager or other if you don't have. In my case, I don't have any such a senior person. Okay, so
Got you.
yes, so before that, I was preparing for getting to development by taking tips from like suppose Chat GPT, or going through Naukri and looking into the type of opening which keep on getting posted by different organizations and the requirement. I keep on collecting those data and then try to filter out which are most important. But again, every organization is having their own requirements. So, it was my time was getting, keep on getting wasted, I thought, because I was not having a clear picture. And then going through LinkedIn, I saw this person, like apart from like Ankit Bansal, etc. That was fine, but Vishal, I found that Vishal took any of the question and tried to make it explain it in a very simple manner, and with giving why this is happening, why you should understand this. Okay, and this is very important part, because we when we try to crack an interview, we try to do lot many practices only. Okay, but we sometimes we miss that part, that we need to understand. And if any add-on questions or a next level question comes, even if you are not able to answer, but still if you are able to explain what you have understood with the interviewers in this case, then that also gives you a positive impression. Okay. So in that case, I found, and then I followed Vishal for quite some time, and uh, and other person as well. But I found that Vishal's explanation was the best actually. So I thought, first I will understand this, and most importantly, as I told, that I want to get into something which will be better for my for my career. So earlier I was getting fluctuated into support profile and development profile. Okay, whichever, you can say, like a good interview getting cracked and good company I was getting into, so I tried to capture that. But now this time I thought, no, I will take some time, but I will get into a proper profile. Okay. But again, I was not gaining that confidence that I will be able to sustain, because I'm having 10 to 12 years of experience. And then organization will have their own expectation from me, that I need to perform as well. So when I joined Vishal class, I started gaining that confidence. I started understanding that, okay, what needs to be done? Because there are like thousands of things, like to crack interviews, thousands of questions to do practice, etc. But that is not feasible for one day, one
Absolutely.
week.
In you're absolutely right. Many young people or even experienced people come and say, "Hey, I did hacker rank, lead code, data lemur, what not." They're all over the place. They tried everything, and then they're like, I cannot say whether I'm good or bad. That's their challenge. So what you are saying is very important.
Yes, sir. So in that case, so I like as we trust in other cases with our pilot or any other cases, most of the case. So here I trusted that okay, my first thing I will do what Vishal will ask me or other students to do. Okay, first my task is to follow that thing. Later on, if I'll be having extra time, or if I think I need more resources, etc., etc. So then I will do other surfing. But my priority, I said that I will follow Vishal classes and most importantly, attending the live classes. Okay, it was not like I have joined the class and I'm having recorded session, etc., etc. Okay,
Hmm.
no. My goal was to getting involved. Okay, I
Hmm.
wanted
Hmm.
to discuss, I wanted to like understand. Okay, and in that case I am very very thankful and very lucky that I got Vishal in this case, because sometimes I even ask a small question which even fresher can explain it, but I am having doubt in that. Okay,
Right.
so
Hmm.
I never hesitate that I need to ask Vishal. Okay, and without wasting class time. Okay, so
Hmm.
whenever I got opportunity, I asked, and Vishal explained in such a manner that I don't need to go through his notes. I don't need to go through any other question. But only thing is like I need to keep on recalling it that what was explained. Okay, so
Right.
similar manner when time passed and the course was getting completed. Like first SQL completed, and then each of the topic was covered in such a best manner and such a depth and such a understandable way. I never needed really that to go through hacker rank or lead code, etc., etc. Okay,
Right.
these are good.
Hmm.
Okay, these are good. You can do practices, not an issue. But many of the times, even Vishal can take such an example which you can relate. Okay, for practice purpose, there is no limit for such questions. Okay,
So allow me to ask one question here, which is related to what you just said. So you went through it and you found his notes are totally sufficient, and you made the right decision that only after I followed one path that I decide for myself, uh, if I need something else later, I'll go for it. You had the right decision, which which
yeah,
which is which is my way of learning as well, because I don't follow like five gurus. I follow the one. I take time in deciding, then I follow the one person, and then I will learn. And if I still have a little bit gaps, I'll go back to the guru and say, can you guide me if there are other things needed based upon your assessment of me, right?
correct.
So but whenever a typical class, whether it is any technology, and in this case, let's talk about SQL, Oracle SQL, PL and performance tuning. So people start. Sometimes what happens is some initial topics are easy, and there are certain topics that are slightly difficult. So what feedback do you have on that? Did you find some topics easy? Did you find some difficult? And were you happy with the if you had questions, how were they handled for difficult portions?
Yes. So like every other person, whenever you start any new thing to learn, okay,
Hmm.
initially it will be very easy to understand. Okay, initially you will get all those stuff that okay, now I'm understanding. It's very interesting and this is. But as time passes and as the level increases, okay, as new thing comes in picture, then is then in that cases where we get confused, or to say we are not that confident. Okay, that okay, we have not thought that this will come into picture. This is something, this topic, something which I am not able to grasp, etc. But the thing with like in suppose SQL, PL SQL, like in PL SQL, there were like these terminology triggers and that cursors, reference cursors, performance
Hmm.
tuning, okay, and these AWR report, etc., etc. So overview, everyone understand that performance tuning is just something here we need to enhance the performance, explain plan, etc. But when is you need to explain or when you need to work on that, then such challenges comes that you have that particular base, you have that particular confidence that okay, this is something I'm dealing with, I can do it. So this I was always hesitant that okay, in interview as well, okay, please don't ask, let interview should not ask, interviewer should not ask me these topics, I'm not confident, etc., etc. But after Vishal class, like for every topic he made it interesting. Okay, every
Hmm.
topic from first to the very last session with such
Wow.
a simple example. Okay,
Hmm.
that example you can take, you can explain to crack the interview. Such example you can, like understand the thing that okay, this is how it is done. Okay, and just those, like live classes and
Hmm.
notes are not only enough to crack the interview, but like for it's basically career defining thing. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So we learned a lot of good things. Delivery style was good, questions were handled, and it was a good course, and blah blah. So all this is great knowledge. But now let's talk about the let's switch the gears and talk about the interviews, because a lot of people are interested in learning about all those kind of things. So the question number and the next question to you is: so once you had finished the syllabus and the course, did you start appearing for interviews immediately, or did you take some time? Because some people they say, okay, uh, well, I've finished my course, but I want to take one week or 2 weeks to revise whatever was taught, listen to the recordings, and feel like I'm prepared. Am I confident or not? So what was how did you decide to when to start taking interviews?
Yeah. So interview, I was, like keep giving the interview, but I was only giving interview to a smaller organization. Okay,
Acha.
just to be, like to understand what the trend is, what the push is, and to keep on enhancing myself, my communication or my
Right.
body language, so that I should be, like a better person after 10 days, after 15 days. I should be a better person what I'm today. So in that case, I was doing that. I just took only selected interviews. Okay,
Hmm.
and then as soon as and in during interview I understand that performance tuning and these parts, reference cursors, etc., are very important, but to reach at this point you need to understand all the basics. Okay,
Hmm.
you cannot just crack the SQL, means cover SQL and try to cover, get into some development part. You need to cover PL SQL part. And PL SQL
Gotcha.
part, at my experience, suppose they will ask performance tuning, query optimization, etc., related to project, what, like what kind of issue I faced, what challenges I faced, how I was able to tackle it. So to make interviewer convince as well and to crack the interview, I should be having a very strong foundation. Okay, so
Hmm.
that if on any topic, any kind of question can come or any kind of thing they want to discuss, I will be able to discuss that. Okay, if this is this case, how it can be done, which are the other option, why it cannot be done. Okay,
Got you. Got you. Got you.
yeah,
So,
and it was
Anirudh,
yes, sorry.
one of the things that we get asked often, whether it is Vishal or myself and all the other leads, we get asked, "Sir, मैं interview कहाँ पे मतलब where do I uh, in your particular case किसी के लिए LinkedIn काम करता है किसी के लिए other places काम करते हैं so in your particular case, did you think LinkedIn के through you got more opportunities or you got more opportunities through other sources? Help us, guide us. What was working during that point 6 months back? Because every few months market changes or there's some dynamic, some shifting based upon the geography and many other factors. So what worked well in your case? Was it LinkedIn? Was it Naukri? Was it something else?
Yeah.
To get the calls, because a lot of people
Yes.
say, hey, sir, I'm not getting my calls. So first of all, I look at their resumes. I looked at LinkedIn optimization, resume optimizations. So they start getting calls. But some people, so yeah, please tell me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, earlier that I'm very active on LinkedIn as well. So I keep my profile updated there and I keep on adding people there. Okay. But earlier I was adding, like random people, okay, like from this profile, that profile, etc., etc. But later on, I like filtered it out. Now I only added those people with whom, or for what profile I want to get into, and like and HRs, I keep on adding HRs. Okay. Next thing is every organization I worked on, like, and from the very third organization, I always ask, like recommendation from, from my client, etc., or my manager, my teammate, etc.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
if they
mm.
want to recommend me, and I'm very thankful that a lot many means my client as well as my manager and my colleague, they all recommended me. Okay, and
Fabulous. I mean, you must have done a great job for them. If you do a good job, people feel like, yes, this is a good guy. We want to do something for him.
yes.
Hmm.
And believe me, like getting recommendation is not that easy, especially from clients. Okay,
I know, I
they,
know, I know.
yeah,
In some cases, it can be tough depending upon what the company is, or many other
yes,
factors.
correct.
Okay,
So
so
yes, LinkedIn, like in IQVIA, I was directly approached through LinkedIn. Okay,
mm,
for Capgemini, actually, it was through like my references, okay,
mm,
and other
mhm.
organization as well, but from Naukri. So and there are a lot many such websites which you will keep on saying that okay, these are the list of 30 websites where there are remote opportunity and this all those things. Okay, but it did not work for me because why? Because every website you need to log in, update your profile, keep updating your profile,
I
keep
know.
enhancing your. You cannot do it actually. You will not be having that much time. Okay,
Right.
so
Mhm.
I only did LinkedIn. I applied jobs via LinkedIn. I got call from LinkedIn and Naukri.com. These are the only two prior, I will say. But and any non-subscription. I did not took any subscription. Okay, so these worked for me actually.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, so now let's move past. कि हमें we needed calls to come. They came through either Naukri or LinkedIn and or through networking, and you made it to that milestone. Now let's talk about what have been your experiences. So let's say you went to come A, B, C, and D, right? Now typically some company, how many average rounds you have to face for Oracle SQL developer or database role?
Yeah. Okay, so just one point I would like to add, like, see, after pandemic, lot many things changed, and now interview is quite tough. Okay, and it will be very demotivating for anyone because what will happen that you will crack first round or second round, everything will be fine, but maybe in the final round or something, because of XYZ reason, which is not relevant at all with your profile, with your communication, anything, you might get
Right.
rejected. Okay,
Okay,
and
one other thing. Before we say first, second, third round, so you are an experienced person, but many beginners who have not yet have tasted the interview market, um, they say, "Sir, please tell us about what they ask in typically is the first round a tech round, is the second round a director round, or there are two tech rounds. They want to know the nature of the rounds and how much time does each one of them typically last. Some places, was it 1 hour, was it 2 hours, was it a panel interview, or was it one-on-one? So we want to give people feedback on that kind of a thing, because many people have asked me that.
okay. So actually, Arun, it was quite combination of all. There was no certain pattern, but in my case, suppose average 3 to 4 round was there. Okay. So
Hmm.
first round was like a beginner kind of technical round. And
Mm.
second one was like in some of the cases only single panelist. In some of the cases two panelists. In couple of one or two cases there was three or four panelists. Okay.
Mm.
And then in the third round was like with the manager, okay,
Mm.
technical manager. And the final in few of them was with the final round with the director. Okay.
Got you. Got you.
And one more point I would like to add, like sometimes they HR will let you know that okay, there will be only two rounds and three rounds, but they can introduce a new round in the name of director or anything. So be prepared for those, okay? And for interview, as I mentioned, just focus on your preparation. There will be some interviews, like which will go too fine. Okay, you will be very happy with your, like performance. Okay, and in some cases you might not able to answer properly, like even two, three questions, seven questions. Okay, so don't get demotivated with what, how you set your expectation, how it went. Your work is to focus, keep giving interviews, keep learning, and try to be always a better person the very next day. Okay,
So
and try, yes,
that's a very important point you just said. Now I took the word demotivation. There is one more factor where many of the people who are aspirants or who are currently in the market taking interviews, what happens to them is uh, the HR will call, the round will go well. Maybe they didn't answer one or two questions, but eight went well, and and they're waiting, and the HR has said yes, I will set up the next round with XYZ, and then they don't hear back from the recruiter at all. They are ghosted. So so
correct.
so there are two questions here. One is, have you ever experienced yourself this kind of things? That is first question. The second question is, how what tips do you have for people that are listening to us? What tips do you have so that how should one take care of our motivation if somebody ghosts us?
Yeah. Yes, yes, I was ghosted for I think four or five times. Okay. And for me, getting the job at that point of time was very crucial due to a lot many reasons. Okay. And I felt bad, like a common person, I was expecting, yeah, this is what I was. I have done everything fine, but still I did not got, call or I did not got selected. But later on, I thought, my work is to, like to focus on myself, my preparation, and keep giving interview. I'll not wait for the feedback, okay, because one, like feedback is not honest. Okay,
Hmm.
so I'll not go for that. So, and most important, like what I did with myself is I keep on repeatedly told myself that I will not get frustrated. Okay, whatever be the outcome. Okay,
Hmm.
so that I was very made myself very clear that I don't have the option to get frustrated. Okay, so
I
yes,
have been, you will not believe, every day I'm approached, every single day I'm being approached by data. You know that we are running a global career success group. So a lot of people, and Indians are one thing, but we are approached by people globally. I literally counsel 20, 30 people daily, where people approach and say, sir, I'm totally depressed, or I have become sick. Some people just fall sick, or something else happens. I'll say, oh, I just don't feel like studying. I'm going to go elsewhere. I don't even want to see the laptop. So I hear a lot of these things and I counsel them. But like you said, you decide that I will not get frustrated. That you had that in you. कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? What will happen at the most? We didn't clear. Let's try the next time. Let's try the next time. But how do you have any tips? Ki how should one feel motivated? Because depression comes in life, no?
yes, exactly. Okay, but see, for my case, I never felt depression when I was not able to crack interview. But earlier, I was giving interview, like just to get to understand the market. But
Hmm.
later on, after understanding about the profile, just one second. Sorry. So just to understand the market and everything, because then I saw that everyone must have heard some of the example related to the layoff. Like there was a person, he joined Microsoft after graduation and he was there for 21 years, but he was laid off. Okay,
Hmm.
there was a like a lady. She was pregnant. She was working for a big organization, and she was laid
Yeah,
off. She was not
and
able.
and
Yes.
Anirudh, to your point, Anirudh, we literally have people. Let's say they have worked with Paytm in United States for 10 years. They have worked in Google for 10 years, and they're in our groups. One of these days, if I get them, if they want to speak, we'll get them just like you in an experience sharing session. But there are Oracle DBAs at one point of time used to think they are untouched. But those Oracle DBAs who did not move to cloud computing, they are finding themselves like way behind, and they are getting data left and right globally. This is not just India pattern. This is a global pattern. Okay. So having said that, yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, the layoff typically demotivates people, and the only what I have noticed is the only people who say, "Hey, if I have a skill gap, I'm not going to feel because if I cry, if I go for a glass of beer, or I drown myself in sorrow, ultimately what is going to happen is you have to take some action. If you have a skill gap, if the if you need to upskill, you upskill. If you need to talk to mentors, you talk to mentors. So whatever, everybody has a different style. So in your cases, when you got, let's say you got ghosted, or you understood the market and you started applying, and maybe you didn't well at one interview, how did you move forward? Like,
Mm.
because every
It,
day, even you would have heard. So while you were interviewing, you would have heard TCS laid out so many people, XYZ laid out so many people. There is, and if you talk to friends also, some friends are very good, excellent. They will motivate you, and other friends will say, they will cry, they will start crying even before you, they will try to say, oh my god, whatever happened with you was very bad, market is so bad, so bad, so bad that. So if you surround yourself with people who say market is bad, market is bad, market is bad, your own mind will become depressed.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
how did you cope up with it is the question.
Yeah, so exactly this happened with me, my case. Okay, so there were few people, so they used to tell that market is so bad, etc. So I did not respond to those people. Okay, but one
Hmm.
of my childhood friend, he was also like in IQV, and now he's in a cognizant. Okay, so he also told me once that market is so bad this time. Then I told him, okay. Suppose you were in my shoes, you don't have, like you don't have job, suppose, what you will do? You
Hmm.
will, when people will say that market is bad, then you will not apply. And when they will say that market is very good, now you will go, okay, okay, now I will apply. No, you will do your work, right? So, first thing literally I blocked those people, okay, because they were just not my friends, etc. They were my colleagues, but they remain my colleagues. I always try, to become friend later on with, depending. I'm having good friends who in past were my colleague, while my
Hmm.
manager,
Hmm.
they are very
Hmm.
good friend of me right now.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
based upon mutual respect and help and everything. But other such people who were like a colleague and they remained like a colleague and now they're like like blocked colleague something. So yes, so
Okay.
because I thought where this is very important that you can make yourself strong, but you also you need to make your surrounding positive, and if not positive, though at least not negative, non-negative. Don't discuss. I don't want to discuss with you about job and market. I will do it with it. Okay. So that approach I took. I did not discuss. I did not listen to, like those negative things because I have to get into a job. I have to apply.
Hmm.
So those
Got
things,
you.
yes. So I literally, and it was starting like I was keeping. myself non-negative, but yeah, sometimes it comes ki time is passing, or like I want to get into profile for which I have aimed, but I'm not getting clear picture. But this thanks to Vishal and COE, okay, like because why Vishal is because I was discussing with him even after classes and whenever he was getting some time, etc. He took time out for me as well, and made me understand that you don't worry and you do this thing and you keep giving interviews and this is the way, etc. So that thing I was always taking from him. Okay, so that helped me a lot because mentorship at that point of time, believe me, is very important. You whatever positive you can, like you want to keep yourself, that will work. But if you get a very good mentor or a good positive person, that will really, for at least 1 day to 5 days, you will be very motivated. Okay, and
Hmm.
then that helped me a lot because every 3 to 5 days, etc. Okay, I keep on talking with Vishal for even for
Hmm.
2 minutes, for 5 minutes, 1 minute, but that really, really helped me. And then
Got.
thanks to
Hmm.
Arun as well, for to you as well, because initially, like Arun, my first impression when you came in the first class and you started speaking about, okay, guys, this is very help, like this will be helpful in your career
Yeah,
and this that.
people find me.
Yes.
Some people have told me that, sir. Actually, yesterday somebody joined and said,
Mhm,
sir, when you were talking in a class for a particular session, I
mhm,
found you very strict and very like business-like. But
mhm.
when I talked to
Correct.
you in person, when I talked to you in person separately, it was a totally different impression. So how do you? So I said,
Correct.
when I'm in a public class delivering a specific thing for 1 hour, I have to be very focused. When you
Mhm.
talk to me offline, obviously we can talk about other things and you can be free with me, so that we
Yes.
don't waste. We are not wasting the time of a lot of audience members.
Yes. No, no, about you, yeah, same impression means my impression was like, like some other who is running it. I was not knowing it. I was not knowing you. So I thought "Okay, you're just like another person who is, like just promoting classes so that more people can attend, join the batch, and then leave on. But later on, like when you start coming in different classes and when you on the group you started responding to almost each and every person with respect to their resume, their career
and
guidance,
and many
analysis.
people,
Yeah,
many people are still not aware that I do it out of passion as a
correct.
a very senior member. I'm
Yes,
very well settled, and I do not make even 1 cent or 1 penny or 1 rupiah or whatever currency,
mm,
1 pound from anybody, and I don't
yes,
need anybody's wahwahi. I don't need
yeah,
it from them. I don't
yeah,
need them to call me great or nothing.
yeah,
I just do it just because I think that, just like when I was younger, when I needed the help, somebody helped me. I should also help people. It's as simple as that.
correct, correct.
And I'm a huge, um, uh, I'm a huge fan of, like, if I like Vishal, if I like, because we have a team. We have Vishal, we have Rashika for Power BI, we have Ashok for data engineering, we have Azure, Aradhya. This team
Yes,
is so good that I feel, you feel so happy being a part of the team and heading the team, bro.
yes, correct, correct. No, so yes, so that was the case for Vishal, and like with respect to the classes and Vishal and motivation. Okay, so that gave me such a confidence that believe me, earlier when I was attending interview, I tried to, just keep like, yeah, let this get completed as soon as possible. Let this half an hour pass as soon as possible, or 1 hour pass. Don't ask too much. Don't ask that question. Don't ask that question. Now I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, okay, please ask those questions. I'm ready to explain. I'm having example. I have understood that topic. I I want that, okay, technical round should go on and on so that I will have better, like a better and
Better chances
bigger,
in every players
yes, to
because
crack
you are
the
so
interview.
confident. Yeah, you're so
Yes,
confident. Okay.
yes,
So at this point of time, what I'd like to do is, we have been talking a lot. I hope that we have covered a lot of basic questions. At this point of time, in our format, we open it up to the audience, so that it's
sure,
just not you and me talking, because I know
correct.
about you, you know about me. But let's give chance to everybody in the group one by one, so that they can ask anything that they want related to the interviews, career tips, whatever they want to ask. So who wants to go first, guys? Akshay, Anjali, Digambar, Elanga, KP Bara, Muhammad Amir Khan. Does anybody, Riya Dote, Shubham Singh, guys, this is your round. This is your opportunity. So whatever is it that you want to ask, this is your time. Because when we invite people to learn something from them or to understand their tips, we should ask something, regardless of how basic it is, regardless of how stupid it might sound to everybody. You can ask whatever you want.
And Riyadh Hote was in my batch.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've seen
Super.
her writing
Yeah.
a lot of good mails, so I
Yes.
appreciate. I know most of the people. I think, but so guys, Sunil, Umesh, Ravik, Ramakant, Muhammad Amir Khan, please don't be silent. This is your opportunity. We don't want to keep speaking. Please ask whatever you want to ask. Akriti,
Uh, Hi, Anirudh and
Hi, Akshay.
yeah,
Arun,
Akshay. Yeah. So actually, I want to ask, like, in interviews, basically, what happens is generally I get nervous, and out of that, I can't even express myself better. How to overcome that part? Like, I usually forget the answers as well, and I forget the concept as well, what I have to say. So
Anirudh,
there, I want to.
this is a very beautiful question,
Yes,
Akshay.
yes.
He has asked. I will add one more thing to it. In this question, I was contacted by another person just day before yesterday. Right? They went to give an interview, and the interview was in two parts. And the first part they could answer every single question. Then the interviewer said something like, "Can you solve this?" They were given a problem and they said, "Can you solve this problem on the screen?" And they were not very confident about that particular problem at that point. Now, because of that, so the interviewer said, "Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go back to the basic questions." But because they were so stressed out or nervous, they forgot even the basic questions. So that's happening to people a lot. So yeah, so uh, instead of me giving an answer, I would love to hear how you take it and what tips you
Okay.
have.
Okay. So, Akshay, this nervousness happens with most of, like most of us, first thing. This is very common thing. Okay. No worries. We are human, firstly. Secondly, nervousness. Now you need to understand why you are becoming nervous. Okay. Because of you are, like having hesitant in doing eye contact, or you are hesitant in with your body language, or you're hesitant with your English communication, or you're hesitant with your technical terms. Okay, that okay, you know about these topics, but if any question comes in this manner, how or with this particular, like level, will I able to answer? Or if I'm writing some query in between, I'm not able to connect, like the dots, etc. Okay. So before that, for technical part, I would like to ask, like, how do you do your SQL, or like other technology, technical term, those practices? How do you perform? Suppose SQL. Can you please answer?
Yes, yes, like I'm an Oracle PLSQL developer. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
How
time,
do you
while
do practices?
I practice this with the notes of Vishal as well, and
Mhm.
but while I get the concept clear, my but while in interview I just
Yeah.
get hesitate a lot. At that time I just feel underconfident.
See, I have
Okay.
noticed. I will say one thing before you add more points to it to guide everybody. See, one more thing is I've realized if you do mock sessions, let's say I'm nervous, but I'm doing mock sessions with few seniors, few colleagues, or whosoever I feel comfortable with. Once you do two or three mocks, then you will start getting rid of nervousness. You will start slowly gaining your confidence. It will not come on a single day, but after two or three times, you will gain the confidence. The other thing somebody was telling me, what they do is whenever they go for interview, they don't worry about the high designations of people, manager, hiring manager, and all that. What they think is, I'm going to give a demo to the client. Instead of giving an interview, I'm giving a demo to the client. They go in that attitude, calm, cool attitude, and they think that whatever I know, I tell them. What I do not know, no problem, I'll learn from it. So that's their attitude. But I let Anirudh add more points to it.
Yeah, thank you, Arun. So, Akshay, means how I cope with it. Now, I know that I will get nervous. Okay, it's not that now I have given so many interview. Now anything, like anyone can come and I'm not nervous. No, no. Starting, but I minimize that duration. Okay, I minimized it now to 1 or 2 minutes. Initially, as soon as like we get connected, initially 1 or 2 minutes, I get nervous. But once when I started explaining about myself, okay, and other things, then everything, become fine. And again, I always make myself understand that these are interviewers. Interview depends upon your interviewer. So you just need to perform. Okay, you need to focus on the questions being asked and you try to explain them with example. And as you know, because I'm very much impressed with Vishal way of communication in some part as well, that try to explain them with examples, okay, so that you will try to connect with the interviewer, okay, with the
Exactly, and they don't feel that you just know
yes,
like theoretical
yes,
definitions.
yes.
One example when you give, it is the best thing to do.
Yes, and most important is like for my case, like as he mentioned that, okay, suppose, for example, I will take one example, like suppose there is a question, what is the difference between delete and truncate? Okay, so what I was answering, okay, but how the particular, a fresher will answer that question, a 5 years, 7 years will answer that question, and how at my level, 12 years of experience, how I will, answer those questions. First thing, okay, so that helped me a lot to, look things differently, you know and again, like this nervousness, okay, it's a very common, okay, 1 or 2 minutes you be nervous and then you think, make your mind make up your mind that okay, I will perform, okay, I will try to, I don't need to answer 100% of all the question, you don't need to answer all 100%, okay, but try to explain. If you have got a chance to explain on some good question, answer about it. Try to explain it in the best way. One is this thing. Okay. And about the practice, I asked, okay, because you told you sometimes you miss, like you forget or you're not able to recollect it. So that is also common thing. Okay. So in my case, what I did is I used to write it down by on pencil and paper first, anything. I don't, I, remove, discarded this method that I will write in the SQL developer, then I will execute the query, then I will see, oh, I missed a semicolon. Okay, I see here I missed the lowercase, uppercase, this thing, that thing. So firstly, I always now write the code. It's a time-taking process. Okay, it will take some time. Writing and typing is, there's some time difference. But believe me, once you start writing, your mind and your concept and those queries, those questions, you will easily get connected. And in the interview, it will come by default. You don't need to stress too much on recalling something. It will come by default. So this is what I can, try to
Offer.
suggest you. Yes.
No, this is very beautiful. I mean, it's and that's why we are here to be able to, look at somebody like you, look at other people, and just share openly and honestly what we are feeling from inside, right? And how to handle those kind of things. So I really appreciate the question that was asked by the gentleman. But I want to encourage other people. So Muhammad Amir Khan, Akriti, Ravik, guys, uh, please be brave like Akshay and ask something that is close to your heart or the problems you are facing or things that you want to know about.
Hello, hi Anirudh.
Hi, Riya. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. So I have I'm currently on notice period. So like my question is like Have you explored the Naukri Premium or any kind of subscription?
No, Ria, I mentioned no. I never took those subscriptions. Even though
Okay.
sometimes it came in my picture, but I thought to take once. Okay, but fortunately, one of my friend took that premium, and he also told me no, they are not very useful. What he told that once they will prepare your resume. Okay, but I think earlier days, from very early, like in my career, I understand that you are the best person to prepare your resume. Okay, but and secondly, now because you are under this COE, under Arun guidance, etc., okay, you can take help to optimize it. Okay, to highlight those keywords, how same line, how you can include more important word. And now because most of the resumes are getting filtered out by this AI format, etc., okay, so now is you must take help from COE, okay, in
Okay.
resume understanding and explaining. Okay, because Naukri will not help. Okay, Naukri will only and because they will just take do it one time or two time, etc. Okay, and then they speak that they will provide you a representative who will discuss, etc., etc. But that was not possible for my case, means for my friend case and his my very good friend, well wisher. So he clearly mentioned, do not take the subscription. Okay.
So Ria, my advice is also the same as what Anirudh said, because see, Anirudh knows maybe one person or two people, or he thinks about himself. He thought about his own case. In my case, because I'm heading the entire COE, I get all, not just Oracle DBAs. I get like people from just about any role, anything, right from data engineering, data science, data analyst, data finance analyst, business analyst, developers, and so on and so forth, finance people. So what I would say is, everybody that I know, everybody, we have like group more than 20,000 people. Everybody that I know, only like maybe 1% person has said that he took Naukri and and that was 2 years back, that it worked for him in
Okay.
one position. But for 99% people, taking a premium does not help at all. It is the same as general. If you, even if you don't take the premium, when you just put your resume on Naukri, you keep up, you update it every once in a while, and you so that will help.
Okay. Okay. Why I
Yeah.
was
So
asking this question?
I'm
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a believer in, because premium will not, people join premium because they think, oh, now my profile will be highlighted and now I'm going to start going to, I'm today I'm getting 10 calls, I'll start getting like 100 calls. No, it's never going to happen. It's just
Mm.
a marketing thing.
Yes.
It's simply marketing.
No, you can simply, what I used to do is at around 11:30 a.m., I used to keep, re-upload the resume and do some slight changes. Like, suppose in the profile summary, I used to put single dot and a space in between and then remove the space. Okay.
Perfect,
And
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
in
all those
evening,
strategies have worked. Yeah, yeah.
yes, that's it. And evening as well, I did the same thing. Okay, nothing else. And on
Okay.
LinkedIn, yeah, I LinkedIn jobs is there. Job alert. Sorry, I missed that point. On in LinkedIn, there's job alerts. That is very useful. Okay, so you can categorize your role as per that, and you can get the alerts from for that all profile and from a specific organization as well. Okay, so
Okay.
that is very important.
Let me bring in Akriti. Akriti, are you here?
Yeah, sir.
So, Akriti, I know sometime in the past, you decided,
Mm-hmm.
just like everybody else, just like Ria, just like anybody. It could be anybody. Right? You decide
Mm-hmm.
to test the market, right?
Yeah.
So we sat down, we took a look at the resume, we optimized it, we made sure that you are getting a good ETS score. We made sure it is complete in all directions for a particular role profile that you're targeting.
Yeah.
So, can you describe your experience, whether you took a, so I'll ask you one by one. Did you take a premium membership of Naukri? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Because you did not believe in that, because So now what you did was, let's say you finished your education and you're ready. And I think I remember that that time you were a little unwell, so you were not completely ready, but you decided
Mhm.
to test the market anyways. So you
Mhm.
floated. So on day one, you floated your resume,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
One day you put it in Naukri, and whatever you did, I don't know. So and then you had to go to the hospital because you had to take care of your health to
Yeah.
for a consultation.
Yeah.
Can you share with us uh, how many did you receive? Because you would have thought in your mind, I will not get any calls, or maybe I'll get one, or maybe I'll get after 1 or 2 weeks. What was going on in your mind, and what worked for you?
Like what people told me, like it will take some time. You have to upload your resume on daily basis. So I thought
Hmm.
like I will get the calls after 10 to 15 days.
Hmm.
But when I put my resume, like I put on at 8 p.m. the last
Hmm.
day, and on the another day, I was
Hmm.
getting calls back to back. Like I was unable to attend the calls.
So basically, uh, Akriti is saying, and I know about the what was going on. She has been getting so many calls that she does not even have the time to attend to them. She has been getting 11, 12, 13, 15 calls. Now what she has decided is she will take a pause for some time, and she will, I mean, like even the best person has certain gaps in which they know what those gaps are. So she said, "I'm very good in 80% things, but here are the 20% things that I want to. Although I'm ready, but I want to still feel better about those." So she took a gap, and she's going through the revision or preparation or whatever she feels that she knows to do to move ahead, right? So that is one more example right in front of you that I've given you, Ria, and everybody else who's listening. Acha, one more thing. Let me ask Akriti one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Akriti, when you are applying to LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
So anybody that goes to LinkedIn sees jobs under the jobs section. There is
Mm-hmm.
also a section called as posts. So let me first ask the audience: is everybody aware that there is a job section and there is a post section on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Guys, speak up. Yes or no? Only one person is speaking up. No, everybody else is silent.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Ahmed. So, Akriti,
Mm-hmm.
please tell people. So, majority. So, you counsel a lot of people, Akriti. You have been partnering with me to help a lot of people through your top mate.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you tell us? Uh, because a lot of people say, "I'll just apply to the job section," but what do you do differently on LinkedIn that you get so many calls?
Okay. Like if a person has to look for a job, then they have to put it in a search bar, and then they have to go on the posts, not on the jobs, because everybody is applying over there. So you have to focus on the posts. Like people are posting over there, like there is an opening in XYZ company, and they also provide their email IDs where you can send in their like resumes. So you can check it like which is being posted in 24 hours, and you can check like which is being the fresh job, and you can send your resume on the provided email ID with the description.
Got you. So instead of going, I mean, you can look at the job section, but what has been working well for you is going to the post section, looking at the post in the last 24 hours, not the old ones, not 6 months back, not 1 year back, but the recent posts. And if they relate to your profile, then you're applying directly and you're getting feedback from them. So that's been working for Akriti, guys. Okay. Um, okay, back to the audience. We addressed Ria's question. Does anybody have more questions for? Uh,
Yes, sir. So I have question for Anirudh.
yeah,
So hi Anirudh. Currently I'm in B29 batch, Vishal sir batch as SQL. So would you like to help me to provide any strategy? Should I focus on notes or something others, like should I also make the project portfolio based on the SQL?
Okay. So as I mentioned, Amir, like Firstly, do not miss any of his live class, okay? Because live class is where because you need to be involved there, not just to attend, you know, you need to involve. Involvement is very important, firstly. Notes is then, like notes is just to go through those same thing in a just, like a typical written manner, nothing else, okay? And
Okay.
for the strategy, like how much experience do you have?
Yeah,
So
एक मिनट
I'm yes, yes.
Mohammed, before you say something, let me, because I know you very well also. सबसे बड़ा बात ये है, the most important point is that first of all you have to decide what role you want to go for, right? So
Correct.
if you want to go for a data analyst, there's a different way to get that. If you want to go in for an Oracle database developer based upon only SQL skills, there's a whole different path for that. So you asked about the portfolio. The portfolio will matter more in data analyst, data science, data engineering. That's where portfolio will matter more. Or if you are a fresher and you want to stand out, portfolio will matter most. Now, if you take a look at, let's say, Anirudh, right?
Y-
So after having experiences, people already know he's worked for 2 3 places. And they've seen their job. They go to his LinkedIn profile, see the recommendations and all those things. So in his case, the portfolio, in general, I'll say yes, portfolio is good to have. But but with a personal experience, they may not need a portfolio at all, especially for the Oracle SQL developer role. Well, it's a hands-on thing, right? So from
Right.
that perspective, so you can explain your background to him the way he was asking. But I wanted to because people in the audience will think, oh, because if you ask a question, do I need a portfolio? Do I not need a portfolio? Either people say yes or they'll say no. But there are multiple factors behind the scene, right? So go ahead. So
Yeah.
tell him your
Yes, yes,
background
yes.
and then
Thank
yeah.
you, Arun sir, for the clarification. Yes, so Anirudh, I'm carrying Power BI experience. I'm carrying more than 4 years working with Power BI. However, I'm upskilling my into SQL and Azure Data Factory. So currently, I'm focusing more on SQL. Since I'm done with Power BI, so that's why I'm asking the question: should I focus on project portfolio, or should I keep focusing something other apart from the notes?
Yeah.
Mohammed, I just told you that आपको the first thing
Yes,
that you'll
yes,
need
yes.
to do is पहले role बताओ ना आपको. Do you
Yes.
want
So,
to target Oracle role? Do you want to target other roles like
uh,
data engineering or data analyst? What do you want to target? That should
yeah.
be
So
very
I'm
clear
looking
to him.
for the role of Power BI developer, data analyst profile. That's
Exactly.
my target.
If you're looking for Power BI developer role or Power Automator, that kind of combo Power platform you want to develop, then of course SQL is a very strong skill because they will ask Excel SQL. But please understand the requirements in the market, regardless of whether you go for Power BI plus Excel is a typical. Although whether you want a label of data analyst or not, it falls under that group. So these days they are asking about uh, these days meaning last 5 6 months, especially people are not stopping. They're asking about cloud computing and they're asking about Python as well. So somewhere in your skill, if you just want to say Power BI developer, only that keyword if you type, yes, you will get jobs, but it will get more and more difficult with time. So uh, so SQL, if you're doing, that's great because that will help you. But Vishal is teaching beyond. So let's say Vishal's classes are 1 to 100, like 100 classes are there, or 60 classes are there. I don't know how many exactly are there, but I'm making up a number. The first 30 out of it is sufficient enough for a data analyst role. But Vishal is teaching beyond that because he's not targeting only a data analyst role. He goes beyond it for the Oracle database developer role. So
Yeah.
आप your strategy, Mohammed, will work out for 1 year, maybe 1 year, 1 year, 1.5 years at the most, and then you will run into a ceiling problem. Nobody will give you more money. At that point of time, you will have no option left. First of all, you will struggle to maintain your current job because the market dynamics are different now. People are expecting. So even like previously, I was giving an example. Even if you're Oracle DBA, even if you are in US and you have a great career, you made great money for the last 10 years, because of the cloud migration and data, AI, all those things coming in, people are finding it difficult to maintain their current jobs. So your current skill set is good, is very good. And I know you're a bright and young individual. You are working for a great company. You have all the right. You are very dedicated and focused. But the current skill will last you maybe 1 year, 1.5 year, maybe slightly more, maybe 5 years. Who knows? But for those 5 years, you will struggle because everybody else around you would have upskilled and moved forward. That's my one thing. But I will keep quiet for a couple minutes and let let Anirudh give his perspective on the based upon these two skill sets, Power BI and SQL, and the role that you want to target as Power BI developer. He will give his perspective as well.
Yeah. So like we see, Amir, uh, Arun has already covered about your, like a technical aspect with respect to the project you have asked. Okay, that you should be doing more project, etc. So here I can explain you or tell you about, based upon my experience with other good people. Okay, so they have mentioned that you should keep doing, like some projects, most of them are recommending Udemy, that there are multiple small projects. Okay, but see, these are after you getting completed these things, what you're doing from maybe COE, okay, or any other organization. But at COE, you will get everything at one place, firstly. And then, but these small projects will be very important. Okay. Maybe, it might happen that in couple of next interview, nobody is going to ask you about those projects. They will not give you weightage. But believe me, like in longer term, okay, or for going for higher profile, etc., these small projects and these all projects what you have done, okay, it will give you a very good weightage over your, like current organization, etc., and your upskilling manner. If you are going for upskilling, that will always be very helpful. Okay, because yeah, you need to go for longer term. Okay, you need to go for, like as a career as a whole, that after 5 years, 10 years, what you want to become and how you will become, what you need to add a skill set in your, like in your resume and in your professional summary. So these all are very important. So don't go for, like many of them may say you that these small projects will not work, but I will say that these will work. These will definitely help you in
Yeah,
your career. Yeah.
yeah. Under you're right, because my perspective is, see, when you're doing projects and you're saying here's my portfolio. For example, you've seen Sanjay Chandra. He's done like so many projects. We have a younger lady. She was just doing. She had completed her MBA, and I put her profile. Right? You remember the lady,
Yes.
Mohammed Amir Khan? Do you remember whose profile I'm talking about?
Sanjay Chandra, are you talking about?
No,
Yes.
Sanjay was one, but Sanjay's mentee. She was
Uh,
MBA, and um, she hadn't even completed her MBA. She was still studying, and she uploaded a profile in her last semester, and she put it on LinkedIn. She got a job immediately because, just like Anirudh said, it is not about the quality of the profile, right? Sorry, project. Even if even if you have done, let's say, five small projects, and let's say they are very basic in nature, at least when, suppose I am the hiring manager and I look at two candidates, both of them having a similar profile, But when I look at somebody like you, if they have, if you are showing your portfolio, and when you're asked, tell me something about yourself, and you said you describe about yourself a little bit in couple lines, and you say, sir, I want to talk about my work. Can I take a minute of your time and describe some certain things that I've done? So you can lead that conversation in such a way that they look at the profile. And even if those projects are not like Olympic class, the world class projects, they are not very high fi, still people get the perception, or hiring manager will get the perception that this guy is hardworking, this guy is dedicated, this guy is investing time towards what he wants to go. So, so that way, it all those small things will increase your chances. Right? So that's why both Anirudh and I are, I think, whether you do it from, a little bit of Udemy, a little bit of Coursera, a little bit of some mentor guiding you, or we have a whole portfolio review group, or you see other people on LinkedIn, whichever way you follow, but the point is you do the job. If you have the time, then do it. If you don't have the time at all, you're sick, it's a separate issue. But if you have the time, if you have the, and you already have a job, and if you're building little bit every 1 month or every 15 days or whatever the frequency is, if you are keeping active on LinkedIn, you're doing things like whatever Anirudh said or Akriti said, then of course your name will be seen. So if I go to your profile, Amir, and I'm challenging you, Amir, if I go to your profile and I want to see, is he a smart person? Does he connect with a lot of people? Does he collaborate? Connecting कोई भी कर लेगा. Connecting में, you can connect with, I can, like all the people who have joined today, I can send a LinkedIn invite to Dev, I can send a LinkedIn invite to Ravi, Ria, everybody I can get connected to. It's the connection is not important, but are you writing some articles? Are you contributing? Are you adding something of value? Those kind of things become important along with the small projects you're doing. You have to be active to be heard, right? Fair enough.
Yes, I got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have few more minutes in which I want to give the chance to somebody who has not spoken so far. Whatever comes to your mind that you want to ask, please feel free, please feel fearless, please feel, don't feel shy. Even if you feel shy, let's say your English is not good, you ask it in Hindi, we'll still answer you. Okay, so please go ahead, guys, and speak up.
Yeah, hi Arun and Anirudh. Thanks for sharing your tips and guidance.
Hmm.
So I want to ask regarding this interview tips and all. Actually, I am applying for data engineering role from last almost it's been 1 month, but I am not getting enough calls. And even if I get calls, those are those are not scheduling for interviews. So until now, only one interview has been scheduled, but
Gotcha.
recently only I attended that interview. Then I
So
didn't get any feedback.
I understood. I understood you. So what we'll do in your particular case, because the topic is data engineering,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we will have, let us do a one-on-one call with Akriti, with myself, right? We will take a look at your resume. Is first of all, I will want to confirm, is the resume itself good enough? Number one. If the resume is average, you will never get the calls. So if there are any gaps that we see, we'll first try to fix those gaps. We'll try to make it attractive for the recruiters and the hiring managers. Once we are able to do that, then we'll try to give you a strategy where how do you prepare for interviews? How do you what do you say, or how do you network with the right places, or what you should do to get more. The number one point is to get the more calls. So once we solve that problem, then the second step is, do you have the right kind of questions? Do you have the right kind of materials in order to be able to secure positive results for yourself? So let us do it in a one-on-one, uh, in depth, where we focus only on your particular case, because it will take some time. It will take time for me to analyze the resume if you send to me. Then I'll suggest some areas that must be changed or highlighted in a certain way more. And also it depends on the region that you are in. What city are you from?
I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Ah, so Andhra Pradesh and Bangalore, New Delhi, any metro, I'm telling you from experience, every day I talk to people, every single day, and I'm telling you, ah, ah, people are getting so many calls, especially data engineer role is super popular. Every single day somebody is getting through. Even if they don't get through, there is no, I mean, you, in fact, I should even keep mute. Somebody, Akriti, just now she told you
Yeah,
she just
yeah,
wanted to test the market. She was not even applying. She was not even ready for formal application. She was using the style of Anirudh. She just wanted to test the market. Just, and the moment she put the resume, day one, her resume was so well optimized, and and by the way, she has transitioned from being a financial data analyst and a finance person to a data engineer. So it's not that she was born a data engineer from schooling only. She did data engineering. That's not the thing. So she's somebody like you only, but she's very active on LinkedIn, and she just gave you some tips that she follows. So why don't you set up a meeting between me, her, and you? Maybe we can do it tomorrow morning or whenever you have time. We can sit down and we'll make things happen for you.
yeah, sure. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I will send in my resume and set up a meeting.
Because there are amazing amount of no data, no data engineer has told me there are
Yes,
lack of calls. No one.
correct.
Everybody is getting between 10 and 15 calls.
Yes, Arun, this is what I was going to tell that if you're going applying for data engineer, there are lot many opportunities because this is
Nee,
such a
that's
high boom.
that's
Yes,
yeah, and Anirudh, that's why I asked the city, because
correct.
sometimes, let's say somebody is sitting in Chhattisgarh, right?
Mhm.
I'm just naming up a random city. It's a very small village, or you're sitting in Tirupati, right?
Correct.
Up in Andhra Pradesh, I can be in Hyderabad or I can be in Tirupati. So if somebody says I am from, there is one person we used to know before, in the COE. So he used to say, "Sir, nobody is talking to me. I'm not getting any offers. Nothing is happening." I asked him what city he's from. So he said, "I'm from Tirupati, and I stay with a 2 or 3 bedroom flat here. My family is here." So I said, "If you are given an offer from Hyderabad, will you go?" "No, sir. I want to be in Tirupati." So what can you do about the person who will not even? I mean, and he was a good guy with a good knowledge, good experience also. But he did not want to move to within Andhra Pradesh. He did not want to move away from Tirupati. I said, so even if I talk to you for 5 hours, do your resume optimization, everything, you start getting 20 hours, 30 hours. But if you are not willing to move to any other place other than Tirupati, near Tirumalai temple, then you should probably become a priest or a teacher instead of wanting to become a data engineer or a data scientist or a data analyst or whatever you want to become. Am I making sense? Okay. So who else wants to go next? Last two questions, please.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, Thank you, Anirudh, sir, and Arun, sir. Actually, my question is, I'm getting job, but due to lack of coding knowledge, I'm not able to secure my job. So I have joined the classes also, and but not able to means SQL I could able to do, but PLSQL not able to understand.
Okay.
So
So,
which way I have to go? Data engineering, data science.
yeah. See, um, so first tell me, Anirudh, what uh, what is your education is in, and apart from the education, do you have any work experience, and what skill set do you? I mean, you told me that yes, you have basic SQL. Do you have any other skill apart from it?
Yes, I have done classes on Unix scripting, basic commands knowledge I have, and uh, SQL
Uh,
also.
so,
But
so, Sorry, I missed you. I'm not able to hear properly. So apart from SQL, you said, did you say Linux, or maybe I didn't get
Yes.
you
yes,
right?
yes, Unix
Okay, little bit of
scripting.
Linux.
Yes, but I don't have hands-on on coding development.
Got you.
Right.
See, if you don't want, if you're not good at coding or you don't have experience, everybody should not become a coder. So I think, in my opinion, and I'll let Anirudh talk after me, that if you have the SQL skill set as your main skill now, then you should spend time in learning PLSQL. You should take time in practicing it. You should work with a mentor just like Vishal. You can talk to him offline and take his classes if you are not already doing it. That will help you a lot, tremendous. Because many people, anybody that I've talked from Vishal classes, majority of people say that they have become very confident in Oracle SQL after meeting him or after following his advice. Okay, that's number one. Now, apart from being an Oracle SQL developer, if you want to, you have to decide what role do I want to go for. For example, do I want to become a data analyst? Do I want to become Oracle developer? Do I want to become a financial analyst? Because every role, right? Every role has certain competencies. So for data analyst, you have to know Excel, SQL, Power BI, little bit of Python, a little bit of cloud computing. Right? So you know only one skill or one and a half skill out of the five required. So you will have to cover your gaps. Now, if somebody wants to go for Oracle SQL developer, they may not need Power BI, they may not need everything else. They need to master that one thing because it's their bread and butter, right? Because just like if there is Amir Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, what is their bread and butter? Do you know Amitabh Bachchan, by the way?
Yes, he is an actor.
Okay, so his bread and butter is what? Acting, right?
Yes.
So he has to be. So if he realizes that he has certain gaps, then he needs to cover his gaps. Similarly, all of us need to cover our gaps. So I think uh, I will ask Anirudh to share with you if you are weaker in PLSQL as well as the performance tuning, you have done the basic SQL. I will let him share with you what you need to do. Anirudh, please.
Yeah. Umesh, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Umesh, like at like earlier initial stage of my career, I also did this. I know something about SQL and I know something about Linux shell scripting, etc. Okay, but
Yes.
I was only getting roles for what? For support role, support profile, production support, application support, right? And
Yes. Yes.
even though like I was getting inclined towards SQL, but because of PL SQL, I was not having that confident that I was applying for PL SQL developer or as a developer profile. And because of this, I was behind in my career. But later on, like I decided after discussing with Vishal, okay, once I gained the confidence, okay, and then I get into this profile, okay. And here as well, it's coding and other stuff. It's not that once you get into something after doing something, you are now 100% secure. No, But only thing is the confidence and your knowledge and a very good mentorship. Okay, there are a lot many factors which will keep you, like you driving to do good stuff, to perform well. Okay, and believe me again, like even though once you get completed your course from Vishal, you get into a good profile, good organization, and at certain point of time or at any point of time, if you are getting stuck in understanding some, if suppose you are assigned a Jira to do enhancement on a particular requirement, you will not understand it initially, and you will think, okay, how I am going to do it, etc. So at that point of time, you can, like reach out to, like or discuss with Vishal or other mentor or other senior person from COE. You can take like understanding about it. That okay, I am getting assigned these kind of tasks. I know technically well, but I am not understanding the business. So how should I, like prepare myself? How should I get into, such thing that I need to understand the business, and based upon business understanding only, you are going to get understanding about how you will be creating business logic, and how then you will be, by the help of PL SQL or coding, you are going to implement that business logic. Okay. So those are all related. So it is not just one part that, okay, you are good in understanding something, but you're not able to implement, and you are good in, like coding, but you're not understanding the business logic, the client's requirement, okay, the Jira tasks. So those things you see, you have to deal with it. But Vishal class, uh, just one point I would like to say that, okay, as of now, forget about what you know about SQL, PL SQL. Okay, if you have not joined Vishal classes, please take a chance. It has said that leap of faith. Take a chance, attend his class, and just make your base, make your foundation the way he will teach you. He want to train you. Okay, don't mix up the concepts that you have learned something from past, and now you are doing comparison that, okay, no, he is doing something else. I used to do this and that. No, leave that what was behind, start from a new beginning, okay, from scratch. It will take some time, maybe 2 months, 2.5 months, if you're going to complete PL SQL as well. And then you attend interview, and then you will also be very confident in your coding part, etc. Okay, so you can do this thing. This is what I can suggest to you.
Gotcha.
Actually,
So
I have done the classes of agriculture in last year,
Okay.
and yes, so currently I am enrolling myself to Snowflake batch
Mhm.
because
Baba, you
it's not
may
fixed
have done,
words.
if you're so you bring up a very interesting point. Let
Mhm.
me come back to it. But if you have not, see, if you did Oracle, but you did not practice, because you just said that you are not good at PLSQL. So without practicing one thing, if you jump onto Snowflake, then Databricks, then something else, you are not allowing yourself time to practice enough. So you need to allow yourself some time to cover your previous gaps, because currently you are not, by your own admission, you need some more time for practice for PLSQL and performance tuning. So after that, if you've joined Snowflake, good, it's good. It's obviously a good thing. Achha, what I want to tell everybody is, and I hope this recording goes out to a lot of people and people actually watch it. I'm talking to Ria, I'm talking to Dev, I'm talking to Akriti, I'm talking to Akshay, Sunil, everybody. See, just because today we are looking at uh, our friend Anirudh. We are very happy that he has experience, his good knowledge, his confidence. He's now a master of Oracle, SQL, PLSQL in a particular role, right? Now, if I ask him in right in front of you, does he think that his skill based upon Oracle, PLSQL, and performance tuning is going to last him many years if he does not upskill at all? What do you guys think? Will it last him? If he says, now I don't want to study at all, I will never study, I will just earned my money based upon that one skill I got. Do you think, how long do you think he will last? In spite of all the success, in spite of all the confidence. Let us ask him only. Anirudh, what do you think is the answer?
Yeah. No, this I am very clear about, that I will not last longer because, and as I mentioned earlier, that after pandemic it is very crucial,
Yeah,
very tough to
if the
survive.
entire
Yeah.
if the entire market is
Mhm.
moving towards, because of data and AI stuff, and the base is always, so if you have, the base is always cloud. So whether you do Azure cloud, whether you do OS cloud, whether you do GCP cloud, and some services, and you learn. So somebody who has learned Oracle did, or they've done Oracle, right? Oracle SQL, PLSQL, performance tuning. There are two great ways to do. There are two good ways to go about it. One is you learn about Azure services, given the fact that it's a Microsoft product, and given the fact that Microsoft is growing at a very high rate. Point number two is, and you can learn them in any order, but I would prefer that you learn Azure services first. Once you have understood how they work, then you may want to specialize in Snowflake or Databricks. Snowflake was a company that started earlier than Databricks. They became a big company uh, because of variety of reasons. We can discuss the technical reasons later on, but they took everything to the cloud. They became big. But then after that, Databricks came to the market, and if you look at the year upon year growth of Databricks, it's much faster than Snowflake, and they have taken the market. So both of them are almost equivalent, but Databricks, uh, from the point of view of AI or ML or other technologies, and it has a slightly different way of processing. So we can't say, like how Vishal says in SQL classes, we can't say one is better or the other is better. It depends on the use case. But the point I'm trying to make is, if if somebody thinks that I have become a great Oracle SQL PLSQL database developer, and now nothing is going to happen, I'm untouchable for 5 years, they are absolutely wrong.
Mhm.
They need to learn Snowflake or Databricks, depending upon the use case, or learn both if you want to. But you must learn them. You must learn about cloud computing services. Cloud computing, when I say cloud computing services, I mean Azure, OS, GCP. Now, both in among all the three, GCP is behind. Oracle is number 5. Oracle is not even number 1, it's number 5. The top two leaders are Microsoft and OS. And Microsoft is growing at the fastest rate. So therefore, if I was a if, for example, if Anirudh came to me and said, "Sir, I've been very successful. I've been, I have a lot of experience. What do you think I should do next?" My feedback would have been, "Hey, there are two or three areas which I think, depending upon the conversation background." So I would have suggested him Azure services for sure. For sure, I would have suggested that. I would have suggested either Snowflake or Databricks for sure, because that is the next step. That's where the entire market is headed. That's where the money is. That's where the jobs are.
Yes.
That's where people are getting 100%, 200% hikes. Yet after now, if he doesn't do anything for the next 3 years and comes back to me saying, "Sir, you were right," because everybody tells me that, or everybody tells Ashok or Aradhya or Vishal that, "Oh, sir, you were right." But if you did not do anything for the last 3 years, in the fourth year you come and tell me I was right, my advice will be based upon what's newer at that time. But by that time, your own peers would be earning double the money. You would have remained in that profile. And for example, whatever under age is, let's say you're 25, 30 years of age, right? If you're
Me?
30, 35 years of age, after five, so your market value will keep going down and down. So, in bottom line is what I'm trying to say is everybody, regardless of how secure they are, every year or every 2 years at least, if not every year, learn one new skill every year. That's my mantra that I have
Yes.
followed in my life and I preach to other people also, but I practice what I preach.
Mhm.
Okay?
So Arun, just one small point. So here I will, let you know how, really practically you will understand that where you are, where you should be, and that will really motivate you. But because that is something I cannot provide you in during recording session. Okay, so that tip I will give you maybe, and I know it will definitely help you. Okay,
I was
because
just about to say that Anirudh, why don't you many of you guys already know him through B28 or one of the B26, 24, 25, 29 batches. So I'm going to request Anirudh to share his LinkedIn profile. So many of
yeah,
you may want to connect with him offline. Some of you may want to take a small tip. So set up some time with him. Go ahead, ask him. Go ahead,
hmm,
ask other people because we have had so many success stories that all we are not able to do so many success stories every week because of time limitations. But offline, please go ahead and ask them questions in a more free environment, right?
sure.
Guys,
Thank you.
any one last question from anybody? I'm going to take one more question, last question from anybody. No one? Akshay, Dev More?
I have one question.
ये
So
बताइए
like,
बताइए.
yeah. So if we are like someone is transitioning from one technology to another, so mean like regarding the project question, so how someone can tweak that project thing? Like someone is transitioning from mainframe to database, how someone can show that project thing in the resume?
Anirudh?
Ria already
Again,
shared.
I think we should also understand your question is good and appropriate,
Hmm,
and I'm happy that you are curious, but you have to give me some more feedback. When I say some more feedback, what I mean is what role are you targeting? That's key. That's very important because हर एक role के so suppose I'm going for a party, I'll wear a different dress. If I'm going to fight, if I'm going to be a soldier, I want to wear a different dress. If I'm going to go for interview, I'll dress differently. So depending upon the role, we can talk about whether you need this or don't need this. It will have to be very customized answer. Otherwise, we can give a very generic answer. So please tell
Right,
me
right.
what role are you targeting? That's important.
डेटा एनालिटिक्स रोल अनिरुद्ध अनिरुद्ध ने पहले मुझे मतलब गाइड किया हुआ है इस पे, लेकिन
Okay.
मुझे वो प्रोजेक्ट जब लाइक इन इंटरव्यू राइट, तो
हाँ.
एक्सप्लेन करते टाइम पे मुझे थोड़ा दिक्कत आती है, सो
ठीक है.
आई हैव दिस।
अगर आपको एक्सप्लेन करते टाइम पे दिक्कत आता है, आई वुड एडवाइज आप मेरे साथ सेट अप अ वन ऑन वन विद मी डायरेक्टली. ठीक है. तो
राइट राइट।
आई विल लुक एट योर प्रोजेक्ट्स फर्स्ट. लेट मी लुक एट योर प्रोजेक्ट्स कि आपने क्या किया है. व्हाट हैव यू डन बिफोर. I will personally counsel you in how to speak about that project and prepare you well. If I
Uh,
feel that maybe one more project required, I'll do that also. In addition, in addition to doing that, I'm going to introduce to you, let's say for example, जो भी data analyst role में already है, successful people है. For example, I'll say you, me, and Sanjay Chandra will have a conversation saying, hey Sanjay, once upon a time, you came from an engineering background, you came from MBA background, you had nothing to do with IT. So, how did you explain your first project? So, he will say, okay, Arun, because I know him very well. So, he will say, Arun, let me show you one of my basic projects where I was a beginner, where I made a lot of mistakes. He laughs about himself also. He's so open. He's such a good guy. He's such a great professional. He will say, "Let me first make fun of myself. Let me show you what mistakes I did initially, and then he'll show another project, and then he'll tell you how to know how how to explain the projects. So I will do that. I will make sure that you work with Sanjay, you work with uh, Rashika, you can even work with Akriti. She knows. You can work with Muhammad Amir Khan right here, because Muhammad Amir Khan knows good Power BI. Right?
Yeah,
So
right.
I will make sure that you not, first of all, by talking to me you will get a lot of information, because I will not do it in a hurry. मैं आपके साथ बैठकर हिंदी इंग्लिश whatever language, you know, Hindi English Marathi, I know many languages, whatever makes you comfortable, I'll make you comfortable in that first of all. Then, so we will talk about what was the goal of the project, what were the challenges that you faced during the project, what was the team size, what were the steps did you follow, because any Power BI project you have to follow certain steps. There is clear, there is uh, right from analyzing the data to cleaning the data. There are 7 pillars. So we'll talk about, when you're describing your project, whether you're able to talk about your project, the goal that you want to do, the challenges, step by step, आपने क्या किया, what was your role, what were the metrics, how was the project being measured, what kind of things did you do for quality. So if we do this exercise based upon one project, then we will be able to do any project. क्योंकि एक प्रोजेक्ट का अगर आपको फॉर्मेट पता लग गया, once you understand one format, you will be able to answer similar kind of questions regardless of the domain. So one project can be retail, another project can be banking, third project could be something else, fourth project could have been a dummy project from Udemy or YouTube. There are a lot of projects, right, people make. So you can say, in order to practice, I made these kind of projects. So does that
Okay.
answer? Are
Yes,
you
yes, yes.
okay?
Yes,
So
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
just one thing, like Ria, but once I am surprised in this way that कि आपको मैंने मुझे लगता है ये चीज हम लोग 6 महीने पहले डिस्कस किए होंगे जो अभी आप पूछ रहे हो।
Right,
तो
right.
वाई यू आर आप इतने हेजिटेंट क्यों रहे, फिर आप रीच आउट क्यों नहीं किए उसके बाद
नहीं
किसी
नहीं
को भी?
उसके
हाँ हाँ
उसके बाद मैंने मतलब कंपनीज के लिए वगैरह प्रिपेयर किया था अनुरोध,
हाँ
और
हाँ
एक कंपनी में मेरा सिलेक्शन भी हो चुका है।
हाँ, बताया
लेकिन
था आपने।
मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम मैं मतलब पावर बीआई वगैरह जब करती हूँ तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं रहती हूँ
हाँ
बताते टाइम पे या फिर रिज्यूम में, लाइक आई
हम्म,
तो
एम डूइंग
आपको,
इनफ और नॉट
हाँ, तो
ऐसा।
आपको आपको कॉन्फिडेंस तभी आएगा जब आप, जैसे जैसे मैं बोलूंगा, चलिए मेरे सामने बताइए, मेरे सामने
हम्म
गलतियां करिए, हम दोनों मिलकर
हम्म।
गलतियां करेंगे, ठीक है। मैं ऐसा
करेक्ट,
नहीं बोला कि
ओके।
मैं बड़ा महान हूँ।
करेक्ट,
मैं
राइट
बोल
राइट।
रहा हूँ, मैं आपके साथ एक 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 कैसे कहते हैं, सीनियर की तरह बैठकर, दोस्त की तरह बैठकर, we will discuss that. Then
करेक्ट।
I'll say कि that one, my perspective is only one perspective. Then I'll say, sit down with Sanjay, sit down with Rashika, sit down with Mohammed. तो आप जब 4-5 लोग के अलग अलग सिटिंग्स करेंगे, तो बाय द टाइम यू हैव फोर्थ और फिफ्थ सिटिंग, तो आपको लगा, अरे वाह, नाउ आई नो हाउ टू हैंडल दिस, नाउ आई कैन स्पीक अबाउट एनीथिंग, नाउ यू विल बी कॉन्फिडेंट, एंड देन यू प्रैक्टिस द डिलीवरी ना।
राइट राइट राइट।
अरुण,
अगर आप,
यू नो
हाँ,
लाइक सेम चीज मैंने इनको बोला था कि आप मॉक इंटरव्यूज जैसा हुआ या एक्सप्लेनेशन हुआ ये आप करो। तो शी रीच्ड आउट टू मी फॉर दैट, बट देन शी डिड नॉट, मतलब वो
नहीं
डिस्कशन
नहीं,
आई थिंक
I
ये
know that,
शायद
no,
has,
she has
हाँ
been active because she was switching. I think that
हाँ हाँ,
I think that
इसीलिए
she focused her preparation on
करेक्ट।
Oracle SQL, but it is good that she was able to secure a job anyways, right?
हाँ करेक्ट
लेकिन
करेक्ट,
अब अभी जो चैलेंज है इसका है कि
हाँ
how do I how, because she is now multi skilled, right? She
करेक्ट,
knows SQL, she knows Power BI. So how do I sell my Power BI skills? So it's a small problem. It can be fixed pretty easy.
हाँ। एंड ये तो एक पॉजिटिव चीज है दैट यू नो नाउ मल्टीपल स्किल सेट्स एंड नाउ यू आर
Hmm.
हैविंग ऑप्शन टू सेलेक्ट द प्रोफाइल बेस्ड अपॉन योर लर्निंग एंड योर एक्सपीरियंस और
So
ये चीज करेक्ट।
one of the things that I'm going to do immediately, which will help you, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have a session, a seminar on portfolio. How do you talk about your projects? So I'm going to, for example, I'm going to ask Sanjay Chandra, saying, Sanjay, act like a person with 2-3 years experience in Power BI and act like a person who has done 2 or 3 simple projects, nothing complicated, something simple. Tell us how to talk about the projects. So he will show it to you online. It'll be telecasted through YouTube as well. So you must attend because he's one of the best in Power BI. Actually, we tease him and say Power BI is his like wife.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think it's time to wrap up. I really have taken a lot of time of
अरुण सर
Anirudh, बताइए.
देव बोल रहा हूँ सर
हाँ Dev, please tell me.
सर आई हैव मुझे 5 years एक्सपीरियंस है डेटाबेस में और
Hmm.
करंटली सीनियर एसोसिएट कंसल्टेंट करके मैं कर रहा हूँ जॉब मुंबई में सो
Hmm.
मुझे पीएल स्कूल सर और मुझे ईटेल भी सीखना था मतलब डेटा वेयर हाउसिंग तो
Hmm.
अपडेट करने के लिए मेरा नॉलेज तो अभी मैं क्या करूँ आप बता सकते हो
अच्छा ये बताइए अगर अगर इफ आई टेल यू कि
हम्म
मुझे बहुत बहुत टाइम से मेरे को चाय पीना था, मुझे बहुत टाइम से खाना खाना था, तो आप बताइए मैं क्या करूं? आपको क्या लगता है? आप क्या व्हाट रिस्पांस विल यू गिव मी?
नहीं सर आपने बताया ना कि स्नोफ्लेक जो है
नहीं
जो
नहीं मेरे को नहीं नहीं लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट आईटी. सपोज
हम्म
आई कम टू यू एंड से मुझे बहुत टाइम से फ्रॉम अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम आई वाज इंटरेस्टेड इन वाचिंग अ मूवी. From a very long time, I wanted to lose my weight. From a very long time, I wanted to you know uh, go see a different city.
हम्म
आप मुझे what answer? बड़े टाइम से मेरा मन कर रहा था मैं मतलब पाव भाजी पाइजे. I'm telling you in Marathi, right? Because you're
हाँ,
so. What will you tell me? आपका आपका आंसर मुझे क्या होगा? What answer will you give me if I tell you I wanted to eat pav bhaji from a long time?
हम्म
90% आपका आंसर यही होगा ना, अरे भाई मन कर रहा था तो किसने मना किया था क्या? Did anybody stop you from doing that? Or you had
नहीं
some financial issues or health issues या कोई बहुत बड़ा problem आ गया? If you feel, see where, in simple words, where there is a will, there is a way. Whether it is losing weight or learning a new technology or learning how to swim or learning how to ride a bike for the first time, where there is a will, there is always a way.
यस यस
So now coming back to your question, you're saying I heard you say, and correct me if I'm wrong. I heard you say you wanted to learn like database, Oracle SQL, right?
यस यस
Okay. So now I will say, have you talked to Vishal? Have you talked to, like today we have Anirudh, right? So right now only you have heard him say वो कितने देर से एक ही बात बोल रहे हैं कि उन्होंने क्या किया. उनके पास ऑप्शंस थे, उन्होंने यूट्यूब देखा, रिसोर्स पे, ही वेंट टू सेवरल प्लेसेस एंड आफ्टर डिसाइडिंग, आफ्टर लुकिंग एट डिफरेंट चॉइसेस, he decided to go with one person whom he thought was was comfortable for him based upon what his needs were. He went with Vishal, and he was very happy that so he has been describing about course कैसा रहा, how did he go through it, and how did he achieve success. So I will let uh, uh, Anirudh add couple words to it and advise you what you need to do.
ओके सर थैंक यू
Hi Dev.
हेलो सर
So,
हेलो
yes, so I mentioned, like, see, even after this session, if you are still in doubt, like, you need to attend or not attend the Vishal class, okay, that is fine, that is good, because what I believe is first you should do your research, your investigation, okay, and then you should take a chance, okay, and then, like, once you are in that process, then you will feel that, yes, I have done the, like, the right choice, okay, for yourself, your career. So what you can do is you can, for like one of the case you can do is for some tough topic, not simple topic, tough topic, try to understand, try to search it in YouTube. from different different channels and try to search that topic, what Vishal has taught, how he has taught, and also the way he has explained in the YouTube as well as in the LinkedIn. Okay, because see,
Hmm.
everything he cannot provide, for like everything he cannot provide on YouTube and this thing, LinkedIn, but on such topic where you find under him, then based upon that you can search on any platform, YouTube and LinkedIn and any website, okay, demo session, etc. Then you will understand, ki, okay, this was a topic tough before Vishal taught to me. Once Vishal taught to you, you will say, ki, oh, this was so easy. This is the way I should have looked into. Okay, first thing. Second thing is about this ETL and data warehousing and this PL SQL part. You connect with Vishal that these are my requirements, but what steps I need to follow to get all these covered. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So he will let you know that, okay, because see, if you know ABCD, then only you will able to make words. If you're able to make words, then only you are able to make sentence and then paragraph and then the story and then maybe write a book or novel, anything, right?
Correct.
But if you'll say, okay, I'll learn some, like vowels, and then I will write some paragraph, and then I will, like jumping randomly. This is because it happens with all of us. We don't have that mentor actually. Okay, so that's why I'm always telling Vishal, because we want to get into database, and Vishal is the best not only for teaching, for mentorship, for making you understand, ki this is why you're doing this, and then the opportunities you will get. And believe me, like one last thing I would like to add, like when I was having like 3 4 years of experience, I targeted that once I will get, for example, 20 lakhs per annum in my career. That's it. I will get into TCS, and now that's it. I will retire with that. 20 lakh is too much. Okay. But after a certain period of time, I got that package. It's too early. Okay, means based upon my expectation. So because for me, package was not everything. For me, was like work from home was very important. So, like suppose from last 10 12 years, I'm working from home. Okay, that is my criteria, and money is secondary. Okay, but
Yes.
now is the profile, because if I'm having a good profile and then I'm having good mentor, Vishal, Arun, okay, and the complete COE team I'm having. So I am very much confident that under their guidance, I am in the right path, man. Because
Yeah.
in a professional
S-
world, I need to enhance myself, but I should be also be aware what skill set I should keep on enhancing. It's not like randomly I'm doing Snowflake and then Python and then other stuff. No, I should be knowing my path and then my skill set, and like this will help. So please connect with Vishal and Arun and
Yes. Sure,
ab-
sir. Sure.
yes.
Absolutely. नहीं, मुझसे see, I come last, right? Think of me as somebody who is like Bhish Pitama, who's
Yeah,
very, very old, like
correct.
very, although I'm not so old, but just for fun sake, I'm saying, please
Yes,
connect with Vishal. That's your first step.
yes, correct.
And you can also talk again with Anirudh offline whenever you need. But unless you start, that's why I was telling you, if you want to see a movie, if you had some dream or some desire, you wanted to upgrade, you will have to start from some foundation. Just like Anirudh said, you have to begin somewhere. You cannot just keep imagining every day. You cannot keep wishing every day, because if I wish every day that I should become like Ratan Tata or Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan, I will not become somebody. I will not transform into them by just thinking about it. I will have to take my first step. I will have to take some action. So your action is to connect, talk to Vishal and say, Vishal sir, can you please guide me? Here's my path. Or maybe should I? Do you think that I am the right candidate to join your classes? And once you do those classes, feel comfortable like everybody else feels. That's the path you're going to follow.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, guys, I think it's really late in US as well as in India. I decide to extend this because this was very, very important and many people had asked for this. I thank Anirudh from the bottom of my heart. It has been given us a lot of
Arun,
time for you guys.
Arun,
And
just one last thing I'd like to add.
yeah, please,
See,
please.
yes, I don't think I'm successful. Okay, don't take this word successful, like tag with any particular thing. Okay, see,
Success,
हाँ
like I said, I give it,
हाँ
success is not a one time stop कि अब अभी मुझे
हाँ
success मिल गया. जैसे if Shahrukh Khan says my one movie has become a hit, now I'm for my whole life I'm done.
correct.
Nobody talks like that.
Hmm. So only thing is, guys, I want to share this last very important thing. Ki I'm always, stressing on this particular terminology, mentorship, guidance, career guidance. This is very important for us as a professional. Okay. लेकिन यहाँ पे like now I believe and I completely trust on like Vishal and Arun and COA team because I am in a journey. I will face hiccups. I will face my challenges. It is not that now I am good in cracking interview or performing PL sequel that now my path is very smooth. No, that is not like that. Okay, but only thing is I am very happy that I believe and I know that I am in the right path. Okay, I don't have to worry about what will happen after 3 years, how if I'll not upgrade, and what I should upgrade in timely manner, okay, etc. Or what if with my experience, if I'll get higher package, then I will be having higher, much expectation from the organization. But organization will not only look, okay, he knows SQL, like they want someone like to perform multiple multitasking person who can handle team, who can communicate well, who can interact with the client, who can do a lot many things like a dashboard means lot many stuff. Okay, so you need to keep enhancing this thing. Okay, but after joining here and after once you are having people like from COE, believe me that now you are in safer hands and like your journey, if the journey you will cover, they are there to help you in the best way possible. So this is just my last comment for like for what I feel.
Thank you so much, Anirudh. And I want to again thank everybody who made time, even if they stayed for some people stayed could not stay for the entire duration. But I'm sure many people will watch this recording, and you even if you did not relate with 100 things, but if you start somewhere, and even if 1% of this meeting was good for you, and if you take an action based upon the meeting, then we will feel that both Anirudh, I, and our entire team, we will feel happy about you. We feel that we can cheer you, and we are always there offline to guide you, to help you. Okay, so please reach out to us, because without reaching out, nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to dream that there's a Dev More or Riya Dote or Akshay or Sunil. Please reach out to us and talk to us. Let's set up some time. We will help you. Okay, and all the help that I am providing is free. There is no charge at all for whether it is resume guidance or career guidance or whatever is it. And if I need to plug in other people, I will plug them in, right? So thanks again. Thanks a lot, Akriti. Thank you for being a wonderful.
Thank you,
You
sir.
have scheduled. Yeah. Let's wrap up. Thank you, guys.